Paradise, today on The Express. On today's show,
there's a lot of really big fans of hoppy, very strong bitter beers.
Hoppapolooza at Vancouver Craft Beer Week.
Hoppapolooza shows that perfectly because it's sold out in 30 minutes.
We deliver clean plastic boxes.
FrogBox, the eco-friendly way to move your stuff. The Taikotronic Sonic Experience.
It brings together representatives to play with the electronic instruments.
We really wanted to put forward a challenge to the best and the brightest students.
BC's Brightest Minds competition. See that and more local expression. Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward at the Alibi Room for Hoppapolooza, one of the buzzing events for Vancouver Craft Beer Week. Now, how's this for a deal? You can sample all of the great local hoppy beer that you want, even one with raspberries in it, from your couch. No hangover. But first, it's a different kind of cure for a different kind of headache. A local business that has a green theme and a green mission to try to take the headache out of your moving day.
Convenient, affordable, and green. We are going to Gastown, Alexander Street.
FrogBox has a simple business plan. It rents plastic, modular, eco-friendly moving boxes.
The average would be maybe 35 to 40 boxes. This guy's got 25, which is good for a one-bedroom apartment. Instead of going and dumpster diving or asking the liquor store, we deliver clean plastic boxes. You pack, you move, we pick them up when you're done. No headache, they're easier, less footprint.
Today we're heading to Gastown to pick up the boxes a client has just used to move.
We've got 2 trucks on the road here, and we're running one truck absolutely full time, and the other truck is back up and overtime, end of month, monthly rushes, that kind of thing.
So the heart of the concept is the reusable plastic box.
FrogBox has experienced huge growth in its 3 years, thanks in part to their massively successful appearance on Dragon's Den.
And it's been a whole new sort of phase for the company. The strategic advice of Jim and Brett has been awesome. Obviously, they brought capital to the table too. The exposure to over 1 million Canadians has been excellent. They've been very supportive in helping us structure ourselves to be able to franchise.
Despite their huge growth, FrogBox keeps a pretty low profile in their Vancouver office.
Moving is stressful enough and getting everything organized, so they just ordered and we delivered, and when they were done we pick up. So I'm sure the convenience factor is really big. And this is just a wonderful way, it's just renting boxes and reusing them. I think it's a wonderful business idea.
The business is pretty simple and there's not much to keep competitors out of it, so we just have to do it really, really well and be the first people there, and I think that's going to be the secret to growing.
I'm Erin Shaw in Vancouver for The Express.
FrogBox donates 1% of their revenue to frog habitat restoration. They say it's only fair because they have the frog as their symbol. Now, up next on The Express, we have dead frogs and swans, red trucks and red racers, even lighthouses and driftwood. It's Craft Beer Week in Vancouver, and we have your VIP to the VIB at Hoppapolooza.
Hoppapolooza sold out in 30 minutes.
50 plus beers today.
West Coast people love their hoppy beers.
Hoppapolooza is a showcase of hop-forward beers from the Pacific Northwest and beyond. And it's just an experience of stuff you can't normally get.
So many beers, so little time. So how do you approach an event like this?
Well, there's several different ways. You can go with the big beers first, so that the higher alcohol content ones you drink first while you're still cognizant. I'm probably just going to follow the list from top to bottom because it's easiest.
Pretty fancy contraption you have there.
Well, this is standard equipment for the local beer geek. You can let it sit down, pull out your notepad, write your notes down, so that later after the event, basically next day when you're sober, you can remember what you had and then put your ratings online.
The Alibi Room in Gastown, known as the Mecca for craft beer. How come?
Well, we've been at it for a long time. We've been supporting our local guys for a long time. We've got lots of taps.
A hophead's, someone who's chasing a flavor experience. They're always looking for the next level, another big step in what they can experience flavor-wise. You can start small, and it's a never-ending chase for the next big thing.
Hopheads, you're known for loving good beer, but you're also into good entertainment, hey?
That we are. Rich Hope's upstairs just kicking it.
Is that a big part of the festival itself, making sure that it's not just about the food or just about the drink, but also about the vibe all over?
I think it's definitely about the atmosphere, about the camaraderie, about the community, getting people together. And so you're in this environment and you're sampling great beers, but you're also talking to new people.
Love it. You guys take this so seriously and still have so much fun with it.
Well, this is the thing, is that I think beer is really a very social type of beverage, and the main thing really is that you're enjoying what you're drinking.
People are trying to buy local. They're being more conscious with their purchase decisions, and craft beer is a local artisan product.
Beer has certainly got lots and lots of different flavors and lots of interesting flavors, and it's a difficult thing to produce. But at the end of the day, I think that what separates it from wine is that it's a fun drink for all occasions.
Because it's Beerland, there are no real fast rules, right? We can do whatever we want.
You can do whatever you want, just so long as you finish what's in your glass.
Hoppapolooza at the Alibi Room. It's one of the many events with Vancouver Craft Beer Week. We'll tell you about some of the other fun ones coming up. Gotta tell you, I love this combo too. Raspberry in my beer. We have an interesting combo up next on the Express from the entertainment world. Ancient Japanese drumming combined with electro sounds. That creates Taikotronic.
It's a way I could be in my body and express myself and be powerful and emotional and expressive all at the same time.
That's what taiko means to Eileen Kage. The first-generation Japanese-Canadian has been captivated by this traditional drum since she was 13, watching taiko for the first time at a Japanese festival.
For me, it was the first time I seen people playing taiko that were smiling and having a really great time. And there were women and there were mixed-race people like me, and it was just very inspiring, and I felt like, oh, I wanted to do this.
But this is not the taiko of Eileen's ancestors. This is Taikotronic, a show put on by the Vancouver New Music Society, which combines Japanese drumming and modern electronic sounds.
It showcases most of the groups in the Lower Mainland, and at the end it brings together representatives from all those groups to play with the electronic instruments. So it sort of gives an overview of taiko in the city, and then also shows how we can then take that art form and sort of break it apart and reinvent it.
It's like this total dichotomy that we're working together, and I think it's actually quite exciting.
And it's not just drony synths, blips, and beeps. Groups like Sancho Taiko are blending in Western instruments like the saxophone, too.
I mean, taiko, people associate taiko very strongly with a certain aesthetic, and hopefully with this show we'll break out of that aesthetic and create not something totally brand new, but bringing in new elements into what's expected.
The spirit of taiko is one of power and unity, so no matter what form the music takes, this ancient instrument will continue to feel passion in its players. I'm Tim Chung in Vancouver for The Express.
For more information on taiko, traditional and modern, you can visit the Society's website, vancouvertaiko.ca. You're watching The Express, and we have more local stories coming up. After the break,
Science and Physics Days actually started back 22 years ago here at Playland.
Science and Physics Day at the P&E.
So let's start with measuring your head.
Ashlyn Kumar's story of survival. You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.